What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are back with another Warhammer video for you guys today. And today, guys, it is the mighty Greenskins versus the Knights of Brettonia. So guys, we're here, we are playing as the Greenskins, and we've got quite a small force once again, considering the Greenskins units aren't normally expensive. So our front line, we have three groups of the Night Goblins Fanatics. Now these guys do have the Whirly Boys, I think they're called. Is that what they're called? The Spinning Loons. So I wanted to try these guys out as a front line sort of thing, and the Whirling Loons to try and break through the front lines of my opponent's lines. See how it goes. Who knows? It might be good. It might be terrible. We'll soon find out. We also have two groups of the Orc Boy Biggins on each flank as well, just to give a little bit of calv pressure. We also have two groups of Black Orcs in the middle. These guys are pretty much going to be serving as our main infantry force. We then also have a group of the Savage Orc Arrow Boys and the Rusty Arrows, the Night Goblin Archers. And rounding off the rest of our army in the center, we have Skarsnik here, Halberd Infantry, Anti-Large. He's going to be really good for dealing with the Knights of Brettonia and their horses. We also have the Arachnarok Queen. Totally sorry for butchering that name. Once again, another anti-large source of damage. And then we also have an Orc Shaman just to try and get a little bit of spells out on the way. Now, as for my opponent's build, look at those forces. So on each flank, he's got two groups of the Knights of the Realm, and on this side, he also has two groups of Knights of the Realm and a Knights Errant. So quite a lot of cavalry pressure coming in. We are going to have to be very careful in regards to what our two groups of cavalry. He also has two more groups of Knights Errant at the back here. He then has two groups of the Spearmen at Arms protecting the flanks of his archers. He's got Peasant Bowmen with the standard arrows, I believe. No fire arrows or anything like that. Standard Peasant Bowmen. He then also has another four groups of the Spearmen at Arms in the flank, kind of going for a little Death Star build here, keeping all his range pressure in the center here and his cavalry. He then also has a Damsel of Life and Alberic de Bordeleur on his Hippogriff up in the skies there, which is the main reason why we bought Skarsnik and the Arachnarok Queen, because they are just going to shred through Alberic. But then Alberic does also have the anti-large, so it's going to be very interesting to see how this one goes, and it is a very interesting fight. So guys, without further ado, let's get this battle underway. So we're kind of at a bit of a stalemate. We're like, who's going to make the first move? Who's going to do what? So we decide to move our army up a little bit forward. You can see here Skarsnik's hobbling along, the Orc Shaman's coming in. And guys, the Orc Shaman, he's going to be popping off in just a second, if I remember this battle correctly. Let's just... You go there, you can see our forces are slightly moving up a little bit, and our Orc Shaman, he's coming up, he's bringing it in. He's going to bring the big old foot of the Orc Lord. Here we go. We pop off with Skarsnik's missile attack, and it doesn't really hit our target. It misses Alberic by quite a mile, and you can see his forces are slowly moving up. His cavalry is kind of just chilling there at the moment for the time being, but we're just waiting for him to move up, because at the moment, none of us have missile pressure enough to cause us to just go straight out into war. So it's kind of a game of mental prowess right now. Who's going to make the first move? Who's going to do what? At this stage, we're kind of just waiting for our Winds of Magic to boost up a little bit. And you can see here, my opponent, unfortunately, does not notice this. He's moving his cavalry, so I picked the right time. Big ass foot of Gork and Mork coming in, stomping on these Spearmen at Arms, and just like that, taking out two of those big boys right there. I'm pretty sure it's the foot of Gork and Mork. Is that the... Can't remember if that was a spell. And we do pop another one of Skarsnik's missiles off, and that misses, unfortunately. I just wanted to double check that spell. No, don't start moving now. Okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so here we go. You can see his cavalry does switch over into a wedge formation, and we're like, all right, boys, you guys are gonna have to do some serious work here. You've got 5 groups of cavalry against two groups of them. So it's gonna be really interesting. Now, we do stuff up our macro here a little bit, and our Night Goblins start going a little bit loony, and we start moving our Boar Boys up, and the Boar Boy Biggins are getting ready. You can see here we pop some of the Spinning Loons, and we just kind of do our best to charge into these guys. But, you know, they're Orc Boys. What are they going to do against 3 groups of cavalry? They do have the anti-large. They've got quite good armor, but like, once again, it's against these guys, Knights of the Realm, Knights Errant. These guys have really good stats, so it's going to be a bit of a tough one. We've still got this group over here ready to face down these guys, but you can see here we pop our Rusty Arrows and the Orc Arrow Boys, and they start firing in on these guys. We do pop a couple of Spinning Loons into the cavalry, And we actually get a bit of friendly fire here. Look at this. That just plows straight through our front line of Night Goblins fanatics, and even coming back here and hitting our Shaman, as well as just stopping at our arrow bows. No, it actually hits one of those. But you can see here my opponent gets a straight on plow straight through our infantry forces. The Ball Boy Biggins are over here engaging these guys. Our Arachnarok Queen is pretty much engaging all the cavalry as much as possible as she can. And you can see here Fists of Gork is on her, giving her the extra melee attack, melee defense, and magical damage. But right now it's just a huge cluster of cavalry intercepting our main line. The Black Orcs are fighting cavalry. The arrows are popping off on this guys over here, trying to help out the Ball Boy Biggins, and you can see they're already routing, and I'm pretty sure our other group are already routing as well. Yep, we do pop the war as well because these guys are all engaged in melee combat, so we're like, let's get it going, let's go. And where is Skarsnik? Skarsnik is just chilling over here. He's trying to help out with the cavalry, trying to get them all taken out. The Arachnarok Queen is definitely munching down on these guys, doing a decent amount of damage. But we actually leave our Rusty Arrows unguarded, and he does get a charge in with Alberic on the back there. But look at this. We do get a pop off of Spider Hatchlings on the back of this Knights group, and that actually keeps them in place. And Skarsnik does pop a missile onto Alberic, doing a bit of damage, but these Knight Errants pretty much get routed off and they are fleeing. Good little bit of a spawn of Spiderlings from us, I reckon. That was a really good call. These spearmen here are trying to intercept the Arachnarok Queen, but she does cause terror, I believe. Causes terror? Yeah. Giant Spider, why wouldn't it cause terror? Skarsnik is engaging with Alberic as well now, which is a bad call from my opponent, as Skarsnik does have the anti-large and he is halberd infantry. We do pop Spite of the Bad Moon. I don't know why we pop it, to be honest, because it doesn't really do much in terms of allowing us to defeat Alberic. But the Arachnarok Queen is now attacking Alberic as well, and you can see the damage coming in. We've got the Rusty Arrows popping off on him, and Alberic is just running for the hills at the moment. 900 health, he is falling, he is faltering. Skarsnik is just above 3/4 health, so he's doing pretty good. Black Orcs are here, they're ready to get back into battle, but you can see the main pocket of our resistance right now is this central pocket here. These guys are kind of all engaged here. The Black Orcs are engaging with the Knights Errant. I don't know why we sent our Shaman over here. I think we sent him to try and intercept the Damsel of Life, to try and deal some damage to her, just to take her out so she couldn't actually heal Alberic, because Alberic was close to dying, and if the Damsels managed to get like an Earthblood or something like that off on him, that'd be serious problems for us. We do get another missile attack onto Alberic as well, dealing some extra damage, and he does actually get routed off. So Knights Errants plow through our poor little spiders as well. But right now, this is our central pocket of resistance. Where is our spider as well? You can see here, she is just trying to take out these Knights Errant. But once these guys get taken out, once the cavalry gets taken out, there isn't really too much anti-large that my opponent has. He does have a few groups of spearmen, but other than that, there's not really much else. A lot of his knights are just anti-infantry, I believe. Oh, Knights of the Realm are anti-large, but I'm pretty sure they were the first that we actually focused on getting off the battlefield. Some of our savage Orc Boy Biggins are back in the field chasing off the Knights of the Realm. Our Shaman is doing a bit of damage to the Damsel of Life. I just kind of wanted to get her shut down so she wouldn't cast any spells, but he's actually taking a bit of damage, so he starts routing and getting out of there as well. And we do move our Black Orcs and our Arachnarok Queen and Skarsnik over here to deal with the rest of this cavalry here, and they just plow straight through. But it's a good thing because our charge is coming in from our Arachnarok Queen, and she's going to munch down on some juicy horse meat and some juicy peasant meat. So you can see there, this right now is our central pocket. Our Orc Shaman is coming back from the fight, but he's getting hunted by the archers, by the spearmen, and you can see that there is a group of spearmen coming back in, but he's got quite a lot of units coming back. But you can see the balance of power is relatively well in my favor. We do have the Black Orcs, and the Arachnarok Queen is still pretty much on full health. So that's pretty much where I think our forces were. But you can see she's just causing terror. She doesn't even need to do anything. We do give her Tricksy Traps, which gives Stalk and Unspottable, just because I think Alberic was looking for us and we kind of wanted to stay hidden for him for a little bit longer, just until we could take out the rest of his units. And literally, these spearmen are charging in, but they're doing nothing because the Queen is charging right back in and dealing with them. But you can see here my opponent does come in, and he actually misses our Shaman, so I'm not complaining about that. Black Orcs and Night Goblins are chasing after I think we sent them after the damsel just to try and once again shut her down. But you can see here, a lot of the forces are shattering of my opponents. A lot of his knights, a lot of the spearmen are going bye-bye. And we're just trying to kill Alberic. We cannot kill him for the life of us. We are trying so hard to try and shoot him down from the skies. And you can see here that, no spell does get popped off on him. He's still got, oh, here we go. That does clip him a little bit from our shaman. 534 health. He gets routed again, and just like that, he shatters, and with him, the rest of his army shattered, guys, and it was a victory. I honestly was not expecting to win that one. That was a real tough one. You can see here, look at the kills his knights were getting. A lot of kills there. But luckily, we had the Arachnarok Queen and Skarsnik, which were both anti-large, and I think that big foot of Gork at the beginning of the game actually really helped us, taking out about 2 groups of the spearmen. That was really helpful. But yeah, guys, that was a really fun game. I don't normally play as the Greenskins, but that was really good. I really enjoy playing as them when I do. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up the video for today. So let me know what you thought of it down below in the comments. Let me know whether or not you enjoyed it. But other than that, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. I got this soda.